Hi, I'm Travis Monson with Once Upon a Board Game. Today I want to teach you a little bit more about the game Gardlings. Now, I've already done a run-through video for this, but I was requested by a viewer to film a little explanation of specifically the rules for the missions tiles. So this is a little miniature expansion pack that you can possibly get, and it comes with a little tile with some instructions and 7 little mission tiles. So in this run-through, I'm not going to talk about how to play the game itself. If you want to hear about that, then just watch the other video talking about Gardlings specifically. This is basically just talking about how the missions tiles integrates into the game and how this works. So it's a fun little way, a great little way to kind of mix it up a little bit and give you something else to focus on and something else to think about. Let me show you how it works. Okay, as I said, I'm going to be teaching a little bit more about Gardlings, specifically the mission tiles that you see here. Okay, so basically, you're going to set up the game like normal. You're going to have the display. Everybody's going to have their starting, their 4 single gnome, their 2 double gnome, and their 2 pity pigs. All those tiles are going to go in their bag, just like normal. You set up everything like normal. However, with these mission tiles, you're going to also distribute these, okay? And it does depend a little bit based on player count. Let me zoom in a little bit to show what this says. Okay, so here's the instructions for the mission tiles. Basically, what's going to happen is each player is going to get a mission tile randomly assigned to them at the start of the game. They're going to put that in front of them, and that's going to be effectively their starting tile for that round, the tile upon which they build as they draw tiles out of their bag. At the end of the round, everything rotates clockwise. So each turn you're going to be basically trying to accomplish a different goal. It does say in a 2 or 3 player game to give everybody a second mission tile that you initially are going to set off to your right hand side, basically between you and your right hand neighbor. And then kind of a little picture of what I'm talking about here. At the end of the round, when those rotate clockwise around the table, you're going to take that one that was set off to your right-hand side. Just so in a lower player count game, there's more variety of missions that are going to be circulating around the table each round. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. So like I said, you're going to get one of these mission tiles. Here's all of them. Here's how they come. And whatever one you get, like this one, for instance, this is just going to be in front of me. This is going to be my starting tile that I'm going to try and build and make matches. Okay, each tile does have a quick, easy description in words of what the rules are, what it wants you to do. And you'll see all the mission tiles except one have a possible 2 gem reward for accomplishing that mission. There is one kind of special tile. This one basically doesn't give you a reward or have anything it wants you to accomplish, but rather it gives you a special ability. Once per turn, once per round rather, you can put the tile that you drew back in the bag. So like if you draw some out, you're going to maybe bust, or maybe it's just you get something that's not going to make the matches you want. You can put it back in and draw something else instead, like that says. But otherwise, it gives a quick little description, and if you meet that condition, if you meet that mission, you're going to get 2 extra gems to spend towards buying an additional tile for future use. So, for instance, this one wants you to have 3 matches of empty spaces. This one wants you to have 4 matches of specifically the single blue gem. This one wants you to basically just match up all 8 spots around this mission tile. These ones specifically want you to make this pattern with tiles, in front of you, in your display. And it does say it can be rotated, mirrored, whatever. But it just wants you to do those patterns or make those matches. And if you do, you'll get the extra gems to spend towards purchasing, additional tiles for future rounds. And that's how it works. So that's your starting tile for that round. When everybody has busted or stopped and bought their new tile, you rotate clockwise, get a new mission for the next turn, and so on. And then otherwise, the game plays exactly the same way. So maybe I'll just show you how one mission tile would work, in a sample round, just as a for example. Okay, so let's just pretend this is set up for a 2-player game. So I've got my mission tile and one between me and my right-hand neighbor. Then Allie has hers and the one to her right, between her and her right-hand neighbor. Okay, so these would be the 4 mission tiles that round after round are going to be rotating, that we're going to be trying to accomplish. So I'll just set these other 3 off to the side for the moment. So this would be my starting mission tile. So again, this is my first tile that I build upon. And this one, as a reminder, it wants me to get 4 blue gem matches. And if I do, I get bonus 2 gems to spend. Okay, but then the turns are just like normal. Okay, so I draw a tile out and I got, a single gnome. All right, how about I do that? And I give myself my first of the 4 blue gems. I like it. Keep going. I draw another gnome. Okay. Well, can I get multiples? I can't get a blue and something else. I'd rather get the blue. Sure, I'll do that. Okay, so I've got 2 gnomes, so I'm still sitting safe. Next, I draw, ooh, a double gnome, bummer. Ooh, I like that though. I do that, and that gives me 2 more gem matches. Okay, but I got 4 gnomes, so hope I don't draw the double gnome and bust. And then I draw, single gnome, perfect. Oh, I can't get a double gem match, but if I do this, boom, now I can stop. Okay, so I've got my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gnomes, so I definitely want to stop so I don't bust and have the gnomes steal 3 of my gems, right? And you'll see of the matches that I made, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gem matches, but I also have specifically 1, 2, 3, 4 blue ones. So I get 2 bonus, okay? So I've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2, I got 7, which is great. I could buy one of the tiles from the 7. So let's just say maybe I want to buy this guy. And so I would take the coin for being the first to buy from that stack and so on, right? Then this would go in my bag. Everything else would come in here. And if you remember, this was laid out like this, right? This was Allie's. So then everything rotates. So this one becomes Allie's new one. This goes between me and her. This one comes to me and this one goes there, right? So they've all rotated one. So for the next round, I want to do this. I want to have 3 empty space matches and so on, right? So you just keep playing the game just like normal, round after round with the missions changing until eventually somebody can buy, the victory tile. And that's how you play the missions. So that's the missions, right? So again, it's just this little pack of, the little rules and 7 little mission tiles. So it's very small and simple, but it really gives you a nice little twist, something to think about. It's a great way to kind of spice up the game and make it a little different each time. So there's not a whole lot to really say about it other than the fact that it's a fun, easy addition to the game. Use it or not, just like the rules themselves already talk about how this game kind of encourages maximum flexibility with play it the way you like. And the missions definitely kind of goes further along in that vein. So that's how it works. I appreciate your time and your willingness to watch. And yeah, let me know if you want something else to be covered. I'll do my best. Once again, give me a like and a subscribe if you get a chance. I'm Travis Amundsen with Once Upon a Board Game. Thanks.